Okay, I have some good stuff to share with you that is going to change how you relate to money, meaning it's going to change how easily money can flow to you. So, I've been pretty much on a money journey, I feel like, my entire life. Like, I feel like I have a PhD in money, and the last couple years, I was writing my dissertation in understanding money, understanding how it works, understanding it in a new way. And now I've been teaching it to people with a lot of success, which is fun and cool and great because money has been gate kept from the majority of us for the majority of time that money has been here. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's important for you to change how you're viewing money to really allow more of it to come to you in an easier way. So here's what I really realized, and this was something that has taken me a while to really anchor into understanding this. But you might not know me. This might be your first time ever hitting a thing I have created, which welcome, hello, Sarah. Happy to meet you. But to me, money, I've just watched it. And I've really, like I said, been on a journey my whole life. Like, even my upbringing is very unique in that my parents divorced literally as I was born. My dad came from money, had money, trust fund, that kind of thing. And then my mom over here was a single mom. And even though she was educated, I had this upbringing of being poor to one extent, where my mom was really struggling to pay the bills and living paycheck to paycheck and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. And I couldn't have the things I wanted. And then going to my dad's house and getting everything I wanted and living in this big, beautiful house in this, nice neighborhood where everybody had everything and having grandparents that were really rich. I had this very unique upbringing where I really understood both worlds from a very young age. And as I grew up and had money and then didn't have money and made lots of money and lost lots of money and went into debt and did all the things, I really studied it. I studied people who had money. I studied people who didn't have money. My background's actually in biomedical sciences and neurophysiology, very science-based. So I look at everything kind of from a research perspective of what's really happening here and what's really not happening here and what needs to change and why is this working for these people and not for these people and what's going on. So here's a big revelation. And if you haven't consumed any of my other work, I highly suggest that you do. I highly suggest you try programs like More Money Please and the 1% and Financially Free and start to really understand how I talk about money and all of the things I say about money, because this is just one kind of revelation I've had. I've had a lot of revelations along the way, and a lot of those courses have a lot of those revelations and are very helpful to people, especially people who have struggled with money or know you want money, but the way the system works just doesn't seem to work for you. Yes, go do those courses. They're fantastic. I highly recommend them. They're super affordable, all the good things. Okay, but this is a new revelation that I just had. And this has been bothering me for a while because for years, literally, I've been watching and I've been looking at how humans work and how we do. So originally when humans hit this world, right, we really worked with the energy of the earth, right? We know there's an energy. We know that we're different than animals in the sense that we have these big brains, went through a cognitive revolution, and we are capable of really creating stories with our brains that then become our reality, which is cool. But we got to really understand how that works to have it work for us. And so originally we really worked with the energy of the earth, that divine energy, right? We worked with this energy of the earth to say bring us more rain, earth, give us nourishing soil so we can grow our food, bless our animals so that they are good and healthy and we can eat them. We worked with nature. We worked, and we are nature. Everything that's literally created is nature. We don't really understand that, I feel yet. Even this pen, came from the earth. Yes, we formulated into something different, but this literal pen is made up of the same matter that I am made up of, that the ground is made up of, that the trees are made up of. It's all the same thing. It's just how we're organizing it together to create different stuff. So we used to work with that energy to create stuff within our earth. And it worked. Like our whole lives revolved around worshiping the earth, giving to the earth, feeling grateful for the earth, feeling thankful for the earth. And when we did that, in turn, the earth provided for us. The earth was like, yes, we love you too. Here's all the things that you need, right? And then money came onto the scene. And money came onto the scene because, heck, it made our lives easier. As we started to have more things and be more organized, it was like, okay, well, I want a fish. Okay, well, I want an apple. I don't have an apple. Okay, well, let me go to this guy and get an apple. It was complicated. And money was brought in to make our lives easier. Yay, money. Let's make our lives easier. And originally it did. But then it didn't. Then it started to make things more complicated. And it started to almost be like golden handcuffs on a lot of us. And then it started to be controlled, and then it started to be manipulated, and then people started to believe a whole lot of things about it that weren't true, that stopped them from making money, and now it's a whole mess. And part of what I do and part of why I am here is to help unravel that mess, is to help you see the truth about money and how you can make it and how it can work for you, and to stop letting all of the junk that we've learned that isn't helpful kind of go away. So here's my revelation. So money came on to the scene. And so I was having this really kind of internal war, I would say in a way, with money, because I was like, okay, if we used to work with the energy of the earth, and now money is this human creation, like how do we really work with the energy of money? But again, what I started to realize was the energy of money is like the same as the energy of the earth. Like again, it's all from one thing. It all comes from these little atoms that make up everything. Like it's all of it. Like we're working with the same energy. The problem is this: when it comes to giving reverence and gratitude and love to the earth, that's okay for most of us. Most of us feel like that's like a really genuine good thing to do. And so we can give that love and that praise and even like that worship truly to the earth. And that feels okay. And then the earth gives back to us. But right now, if the earth gives us more rain, okay, cool, that helps out the farmers, but we still need to buy the food from them. It's not a direct thing to us anymore. We need money. But worshiping and giving gratitude and awe and respect to money, we've been taught is terrible. We've been taught you shouldn't worship money. We've taught the love of money is the root of all evil. We've been taught all these things that money is bad. And let's be real honest. It isn't. The root of all evil is evil people. The bad things that happen in this world happen because of bad people. Maybe not bad people, but people who do bad things, right? I'm one of those people that still think we're all good. I know. But still, right? All people are just people, but some people do really bad things, right? That's what's happening. That's why bad things happen. People do bad things. Not because of money. Money is literally just like a subsidiary of the earth. It's like the earth provides everything for us. It literally provides everything for us. And money just happens to be like this tool, this baby, the earth like blossomed to be like, okay, now use this to get everything that I can provide for you. But we have such an icky feeling about putting our focus on money, about actually sitting down every morning and being like, thank you, money. I adore you, money. You do everything for me, money, and I appreciate you. Send more, please, like we used to do for the earth. But guess what? We've changed. The earth is no longer our direct provider. There's a middleman. It's money. And so now we need to be putting more of our focus, feeling more comfortable focusing on money, feeling gratitude for money, praising money, feeling joy with money, because money is the thing now. And sure, we can also give lots of love to the earth, because at the end of the day, it's money and then the earth, right? The earth is still doing it. I give lots of love to the earth all the time. But again, me sitting here working with the earth saying, earth, please provide the rain that we need, the water that we need, the fresh air that we need. Please help the trees grow strong and vibrant. Please remove the people from the earth who are trying to destroy us and you, right? Like I can work with that energy, yes, but again, that's not going to directly contribute to the food in my refrigerator. That's not going to directly contribute to me being healthy and happy and being able to pay my bills. In order to do that, I need to be working with the energy of money more. And we all need to be working with the energy of money more. We all need to be putting more focus on money. We all need to be appreciating money and what it does for us more. And when we do that, and this is one of the things that I really understood and studied while I was studying very wealthy people. Wealthy people put a lot of focus on money. Wealthy people put a lot of time and energy towards understanding their money, giving money gratitude, feeling really appreciative towards money, realizing that money is a freaking tool and it is important and they need to have it and they need to grow it and they need to make sure they have enough of it. Most of us don't do that. Most of us are over here like, no, I want to like live my passion and just get paid for it, or I want to do this and oh yeah, money's cool, like I hope it's always there, but like it's not my focus. I don't want it to be my focus. And we've been taught that. And honestly, in being taught that, that has allowed the people in power to control money and therefore control resources, which is just bullshit. They should not be being controlled. We should all be understanding this. We should all be putting our focus into creating enough money for ourselves in beautiful, easy ways that we feel good doing. How we contribute to the world should be a great way for us to get paid, but we don't look at it that way. And it's really time for us to start shifting how we understand and look at money so that we feel safe and comfortable allowing a whole lot of money into our lives, and we stop letting this bullshit programming around money being and like pushing it away, and really you should be focusing on your passion and not money. Yeah, no, you should be focusing on both and figuring out how you can get paid for your passion, because money is important and you need lots of it. It's just a little subsidiary of the earth, and we should be in mass gratitude to money, the creation of money, having money, using money every day, all day. And when you do that, you will find that money comes to you a whole lot more, a whole lot easier, and it starts to feel better. So that was my revelation, and I thought I'd share with you. And again, should you want to take this revelation further, we have beautiful, wonderful, amazing courses that I would love for you to check out. I honestly would suggest More Money, Please, The 1%, and Financially Free as some of the first ones to start with. I love you. Goodbye.